Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from SacredSoulEmpowerment.com, here to do your weekly intuitive reading for Monday, November 8th through Sunday, November 14th, 2021. For this week's weekly reading, we'll be using the Yin Yang Oracle deck by Stellara for the main message for everyone. And your special message card this week, depending on your stone of choice, is going to be coming from the Lantern Oracle deck by Angela Mirabito. So, just a reminder that we are now midway through the month of November, just about anyway, by the time this week's video is over with. So if you haven't already gone on to my YouTube channel to watch the monthly intuitive reading for November, complete with the energetic vibration of the month, the astrological transits of significance for the month, messages for the collective, as well as a special message card depending on your stone of choice for that. So again, be sure to be on the lookout and go onto my YouTube channel or Facebook page and watch that video. So let's go ahead and start out this week's energy by taking a look at your stones of choice. Now, when I did the monthly reading for November, I used some of my special intention pendants, as we now have them back up and available on my website, Sacred Soul Empowerment. So if you want to see these particular pendants that I'm about to show you, the ones for November or a lot more, please be sure to go onto my website and look at the shop page to see what there is to offer there. So the first stone of choice, the first special intention pendant of choice, and let me tell you, we're deep into Scorpio season now, and the highlights astrologically are Mercury, the Sun, and Mars all being in Scorpio. So I chose planets that would reflect that scorpionic power energy. So the first stone of choice is Snowflake Obsidian. Now, of course, we know that obsidian is that black stone, right? And you can see there up in the corner here, we have some little white snowflake patterns. So that's what the snowflake obsidian is. Now, the special intentions, now there's a lot of other metaphysical properties to each of these stones. So even if you wanted to pause the video for a moment and look up what those metaphysical properties are, you can definitely do so in order to choose your stone of choice. But this is the special intentions that I Reiki infused into it. So the Snowflake Obsidian Pendant, it's wire wrapped with silver, as you can see. It's Reiki charged with the vibration of the number 8, the number of strength, protection, and power. It also has Reiki infused into it the qualities of Scorpio for empowerment, transformation, and transmuting lower energies. The element of earth, the earth element, for grounding, security, and manifestation abilities. And this also has the energies of Archangel Michael infused into it, the Archangel of psychic protection, and the Archangel that helps to lead one to the next step of your highest and most important destiny path. All right, let's take a look at the second stone of choice here. And the second special intention pendant of choice is this beautiful smoky quartz. Okay, so nice, again, nice pendant here for the smoky quartz wrapped in silver, as you can see. And this one has infused into it the energy of master number 22, the number of the master builder and master manifester, as well as power and protection on all planes of existence. It has Reiki infused into it the energies of Pluto, planet of transformation and transmutation of lower vibrational energies. This one has the activation of the crown chakra and the root chakra, so both of them simultaneously, crown chakra and root chakra, for opening us up to higher universal energies and bringing them down through all of the other chakras to ground them in the third dimensional earth plane. And this one also has infused into it the guidance and assistance of Archangel Michael for protection and to clear away negative lower energies. And also this one has infused into it Ascended Master King Solomon for his powerful protection, divine magic, and space clearing. And then the last stone of choice is, this is obsidian again, but this is a powerful obsidian arrowhead, okay? So the powerful obsidian arrowhead wrapped in silver again, very simple wrap here, just enough to get it so that it can go through a chain or whatever and wear it around your neck. And this one here has been Reiki charged with the vibration again of master number 22, number of the proper use of power on the earthly plane. The qualities of Pluto, again for this one, planet of transformation and transmuting your shadow side and lower vibrational energies. The element of earth for restoring harmony to the root chakra and being grounded. And the guidance of our Native American ancestors of the light. As well as the energies of Archangel Michael, the archangel of protection and removal of all lower vibrational energies and negative attachments. All right, so again, your special intention pendants of choice are the snowflake obsidian, the smoky quartz point, and the obsidian arrowhead. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the astrology for the week. As I said, we're heavy duty into Scorpio energies right now. We start out on Wednesday, the 10th of November, with Mercury, the planet of the mind or the mental realm, in Scorpio. Mercury rules our thoughts, perceptions, ideas, all forms of communication, messages. And as it's in Scorpio, it's going to be connecting with Mars, the warrior planet. Mars, the planet of energy, action, and forward movement in the sign of Scorpio as well. This happens pretty early in the morning Eastern time, just before 8 a.m. Eastern time. So we're going to feel this on Tuesday, the 9th as well. Maybe even as early as Monday, the 8th, we're going to start to feel this start to come together. And so that Scorpio energy there, what is that about with Mercury, the planet of the mental realm, connecting with Mars, the warrior? Well, I think there's going to be a lot of intense communications going on, a lot of very intense clairsentient, which is clear feeling energy, messages happening. In other words, our psychic abilities of feeling energies is going to be heightened and intensified. We may find that people are a little bit more assertive and maybe even aggressive because of the Mars influence there, and mostly so again through the use of their words, through the use of their voice with it connecting with Mercury. This is also, to me, working on our shadow side. You know, Mercury rules our perceptions, right? Our perceptions, our thoughts. And Mars is that masculine energy in the shadow energy of Scorpio. So this can give us the ability to really probe deeply our own subconscious patterns or shadow side of our own personality, or maybe even those shadow qualities of other people, where it's going to be much more intense and penetrating, that we're able to psychically and intuitively perceive that. Also on Wednesday, though, now this is kind of interesting too, is Mercury and Mars, which again came together in Scorpio, also on Wednesday are both going to be challenging by a square aspect to Saturn. Saturn's in Aquarius. Saturn is the planet that rules karmic lessons. He is the planet that rules responsibility. He's known as the taskmaster. He also rules limitation, restriction, delays, as well as manifestation and form and bringing things kind of together, or bringing together a solid foundation for us. But this is a challenging aspect. Mercury square Saturn. This can be where we're holding on to our words, that we're not speaking our words, that we're holding back from really saying what we want to say or what we think. Now, Mars squaring Saturn is holding back or restricting our energies to move forward, you know, because Mars likes to move forward or have progress. So it's interesting because with Mercury and Mars coming together, there's this activation of wanting to really speak our truth or take back our power. I mean, let's not forget Scorpio is the sign of power, empowerment, disempowerment. So we want to really kind of activate that sense of power and speak that or take back our power, like I said, set our boundaries. But they're both challenging Saturn, so we might be a little restricted in doing so. We might be holding back a little bit. We might be feeling a little mentally also depressed with Mercury square Saturn. We might be feeling physically drained with Mars square Saturn, because Mars is our physical energy. And not just feeling physically drained, but this could be because Scorpio is so sensitive to other people's energies. Our energies may be more psychically drained by being in the presence of other people that are negative, or within situations or circumstances that are negative, challenging, or of a lower vibration. So all of that is happening on Wednesday. When we move to Thursday, Mercury in Scorpio is now moving on and connecting to Chiron, the wounded healer, or the ruler of past life wounds, and again, healing. It's in an inconjunct, so Mercury inconjunct Chiron. The inconjunct means that we have to make some sort of adjustments in order to utilize the energies of both of these planets to the best of our ability. So Mercury in Scorpio is very penetrating, very psychic, very clairsentient, very, what do I want to say, quick and to the point with its words and communications. It doesn't beat around the bush. It sometimes can be a little sarcastic even, because it can be so direct. With it being inconjunct to Chiron, Chiron's in Aries, and so this is bringing up wounds of our sense of self or self-confidence or self-identity, our confidence, our courage, our ability to take charge or be a leader, take charge of our lives, the direction of our lives, to initiate new projects. So we're needing to adjust something here in order to heal the self and speak our truth, because these energies in the inconjunct to one another may be having a hard time doing either of those things. So again, we have to adjust our words, adjust our thoughts, adjust our actions in order to, again, best utilize what Mercury in Scorpio stands for and what Chiron in Aries stands for. And then on Friday the 12th, now we go to the Sun in Scorpio. So again, there's lots of Scorpio energy here. Now this is the only real positive aspect for the week. The Sun is in Scorpio, and it's in a positive trine aspect to Neptune in Pisces. Now, the Sun rules our ego, our sense of self, how we shine our light. Right now it's shining its light through the shadows of Scorpio, which again can be very intense, very powerful, very psychic, very healing, very transmutative. And in this positive connection to Neptune, Neptune rules the spiritual realm. Neptune rules our connection to our angels and guides, to our higher soul self. It rules magic and fantasy and things that are intangible or unseen. So it rules miracles too, and this is a positive connection. So there might be some miraculous healing that takes place. The ability to shine our light onto, again, the shadow of energy within ourselves, or the shadow of energy within a circumstance or situation, and bring forth some sort of magical, mystical, spiritual healing in those areas. On the same day, Friday, Mars in Scorpio is now making that inconjunct to Chiron. So you see there's a pattern here. With Mercury and Mars coming together early on in the week, they both challenge Saturn on Wednesday, and then between Thursday and Friday, they both inconjunct Chiron, the wounded healer and shaman, the one who tries to heal these past life wounds that we have. So Mars, now we have to make an adjustment with Mars the warrior, wanting to be very intensely direct in its approach and movement forward to heal these wounds of the self. And then on Saturday the 13th, Mercury in Scorpio is opposing Uranus and Taurus. Now Uranus is known as the Great Awakener. He's like the lightning bolt of energy that flashes us with insights or visions or the aha moments, the epiphanies that we have. Uranus can bring quick, sudden, unexpected redirection or change, or freedom energies or liberation energies. It can bring the strange and unusual as well, something that's not expected. With Uranus, one of the key phrases is expect the unexpected. So here we have Mercury and Scorpio opposing Uranus. So again, Mercury rules thoughts, ideas, communications, perceptions. We might have some sudden, unusual, strange, even communications or messages from other people, from the universe in some way. Now again, this doesn't have to be a negative, it's an opposition. So this could play out either way. This can be where there's some sort of sudden aha moment, insight, or revelation that kind of wakes us up. You know, Uranus, the great awakener, it wakes us up to something. We have a clarity about something. Uranus, to me, is the ruler of the God mind energy, opening up to the universal intelligence, you know, and being able to kind of channel that forth. But again, on the shadow side of things, this can bring some very sarcastic communications from other people, or something that is said, or a message that comes in that's totally unexpected and blindsides you. There could be something with money going on all throughout the week, because Scorpio is one of those signs of the zodiac that rules other people's resources and other people's money. And at the end of the week, with Mercury opposing Uranus, and Uranus being in Taurus, Taurus is also the other money sign. So there might be some sort of surprises when it comes to financial security, or money coming in, or money going out. So just be aware of that as well. Okay. So that's a little bit about what's going on astrologically for the week of November 8th through the 14th. Let's go ahead and shift our perspective and see what our angels and guides, what the messages are for the collective, and then look at your special message card. Okay, so let's remind ourselves what our stones of choice are for this week. We have the snowflake obsidian. We have the smoky quartz, and we have the obsidian arrowhead. Okay, so you can see here that we have 6 cards. I'm using the Yin Yang Oracle deck. I like this deck. I haven't used it for a little while, but it just has more of a scorpionic feel to it, and some of the cards may portray that scorpionic feel. We'll see. I mean, not all of them are that way, of course. But I decided to pull, I don't know, I was just led by spirit to pull 2 cards for each of the 3 slots. And so we got 6 cards in total to look at. This isn't like a regular tarot deck at all. Getting a little warm here, so I'm just going to take my sweater off. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at this first card here. All right. Okay, so definitely has that feeling, as you can see. This one says control tactics. And the images are really, some of the images are quite intense, but other, you know, the images also to me are quite telling and quite beautiful in a way. But again, we're in Scorpio season, and this week we've got Mercury, Mars, and the Sun all in Scorpio making various aspects to other planets. So Scorpio, one of the things it's known for is power and control issues, right? And, you know, so there could be some power and control issues with others, either through words or actions here. This is somebody trying to be over you or exude their authority over you. You know, run roughshod over you, basically, not allowing you to be yourself or speak your truth or do what it is that you desire to do. Let's go ahead and see what comes out with this card. Maybe reading it that way will give us more information about these control tactics for the week. Okay, so this card says karma, balance, and justice. So you see here we have the scales of justice, right? And they're out of balance. They're karmically out of balance. So with those control tactics, with the power and control issues, it seems like there's either some disempowering situations or circumstances that we're in. Maybe we're in work, business, personal, family, or friendship relationships that are out of balance, where someone's exuding more control or not having good boundaries, or the one who's always taking the lead, where you're kind of left behind to just kind of follow and go with the flow. So this is saying to me that with all the Scorpio energy, that we have to somehow right the imbalance. We have to empower ourselves within the disempowering circumstances that we're in. And this is also because it says karma up there. This is definitely a very karmic thing. So we might be in a karmic situation in our work, in our job, in our career, something that's a repeating pattern, like, why am I here again? Why this seems to be a repeating theme for me? Or maybe again, it's within relationships, whether that's family or friends or significant others, partners, where again, it's a repeating theme. It's something karmic that you're here to overcome. And with all of the Scorpio energy going on right now, this week, you know, it's the highlight of this season anyway, but we have, besides the sun in Scorpio, which is typical at this time of year, we've got Mercury and Mars in Scorpio too. So this is definitely saying, look deep within. You know, that Scorpio energy needs to look deep within at what your karmic patterns are. You know, where are you being controlled? And maybe it's not by other people in any way. Maybe it's by your own thoughts, your own perceptions, and your own belief systems. So you might just need to be kind of bringing those thoughts back into balance, bringing a sense of healing that karma within your perceptions or belief systems that could go back to childhood or back to previous lifetimes, even, to where there's a sense of disempowerment or imbalance going on. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the next set of cards here. Okay, so this one says regret and repression. It has the shadow of a person here. So again, we're dealing with the shadow energies of Scorpio, the shadow of our ego, the shadow of other people's ego, the shadow of the collective. This can be on a collective level too, right? And we're all influenced also by the collective level. And because Scorpio is such a clairsentient sign, meaning its intuitive capabilities are through clear feeling, and also being very sensitive and empathic to other people's thoughts and emotions. Again, on a collective level, we're all going through feeling what the energy of the collective, what the status of the collective circumstances are, as well as our own personal and those around us. But one of the words here is repression. And as we spoke of on Wednesday with Mercury and Mars challenging Saturn, and Saturn rules restriction, limitation, delays, or again, that idea of repression. We're repressing our shadow side, or the collective is repressing its shadow side. We don't want to take a look at it. But if you look here in the background, we do have the light overhead. The light is trying to penetrate through. The light is trying to highlight the shadow so we can heal it. It's not, a bad thing. Our shadow is not bad. We all have our shadow traits. We all have our shadow side. But the light of the universe, the light of our inner self, our higher soul self, is trying to light that, to highlight whatever those wounds are so that they can be healed. It's time to release and transmute the regret that we might be feeling. Scorpio is a sign of transformation, regeneration, transmutation, elimination, all those Asian words. But it's time to release and transmute the regret. Let it go. Heal it. You don't have to hang on to it any longer. Highlight these aspects of the shadow. Stop repressing the aspects of your inner self and those subconscious patterns. It's time to shine light on them and bring healing to them. Let's see what came out with this card. Oh boy, more. Guilt and sabotage. So along with regret, we have feelings of guilt, energies of guilt. sabotaging oneself, getting in a situation over and over and over again, not feeling worthy or good enough. That's what it kind of comes down to. If we put ourselves in situations and or relationships to where it's creating a self-sabotage sort of energy, then we don't feel like we're worthy or lovable or deserving or good or, whatever it is. We don't feel like we deserve the best in life, that we deserve the love, the compassion, the support, the kindness. So again, it's time to transmute and release the guilt. It's time to transmute and rise above and release the self-sabotage energies. And all of this goes back to this character right here, where we're shining the light upon the shadow, okay? So you don't have to be in this state anymore. And it's interesting that we start out with the shadow person who's got light around them, and the second card here is a person that is well lit up, surrounded by shadow. So it's like a process where, okay, now we are shining the light upon ourselves and bringing some of these feelings of regret or guilt or sabotage to the surface, which can be quite painful, but also very revealing, so we can heal them. Remember, Chiron's in the mix this week. Mercury in conjuncting Chiron, the wounded healer. Mars in Scorpio in conjuncting Chiron, the wounded healer. So, it's time to heal some of those subconscious early lifetime and past life wounds. Okay, well, let's see what the last set of cards is, okay? All right, so this one says avoidance and stalemate. So to me, it pops in that we could choose to avoid all of what has previously been said. We could choose to avoid looking deeply into our subconscious or looking at our wounds or shining light upon them and bringing them to the surface. We can avoid all of that, in which case we're going to be at a stalemate. Saturn too. Saturn rules the status quo. Saturn doesn't really like change. Saturn likes things to stay the same, even if it's not pleasant. So this is like, let's avoid looking at all this. Let's this person's hair is kind of hiding her eyes and part of her face. So she's, hiding and avoiding seeing the truth or looking at things, either literally or metaphorically speaking. And so therefore, we're kind of stuck. We're stuck in a place where there's no movement, there's no growth, there's no healing, there's no evolution. We're at a stalemate with things. So let's take a look at the last card. I'm hoping that it's not a continuation of some of these previous energies here. Goodness, this is great. This is a great card, and you can see again, not all of the cards in this deck are scorpionic, but we've had quite a few this week. But we end with the Epiphany card, the breakthrough card. This is so in alignment with Mercury and Scorpio opposing Uranus, the Great Awakener, on Saturday the 13th. So this weekend, as we approach Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we approach that energy of Mercury opposing Uranus, we can have that aha moment. We can be awakened to the truth. We can have that epiphany, that breakthrough that we're looking for. And interesting, we still have kind of a shadow person here, right? A person that's kind of shadowed out. We can't see that person, but we have the sunrise. The sunrise is like lighting up the sky. You can even see the ocean, and the water often relates metaphorically to our emotions, right? So our emotions are being highlighted in a positive way. This isn't a stormy ocean. It's a very calm, pretty calm anyway, and placid kind of ocean. There's a lot of, birds in the sky. I'm assuming that's going to be like, maybe that's water. That's what I feel like as I looked at that closer. The person is kind of like reaching up to the ocean and splashing that water up in the air. So they're exposing the emotional energies up towards universal energies, or exposing the emotional energies into the light of the sunrise so that they can be seen. So that again, there's this epiphany and aha moment, this breakthrough of clarity that reaches us, that opens our eyes, opens our mind, opens our heart, to bring forth the healing that we're looking for. So this is definitely ending on a really good note. But you have to have the awareness, and you have to have the confidence and courage, and you have to be motivated to look at the aspects within yourself and within your subconscious, those subconscious patterns that still need to be healing. Where are you disempowering yourself, and how can you empower yourself now? All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the special message card depending on your special intention pendant of choice. All right, so let's give this, I haven't used this deck for a little while. Again, this is the Lantern Oracle deck. And for those of you that chose the Snowflake Obsidian, special message. This one's calling my attention. Nope, they're saying no. I couldn't even hardly get to it, so we're going to shuffle a little bit here again. Snowflake Obsidian, special message, Snowflake Obsidian. This one's calling my attention. All right, that one's coming out. All right, so this one says, let me set the deck down here. This one says, trusting tricksters. Trusting tricksters, wow. Let me read the message and then I'll show you the card again. It says, the trickster's only power is your trust. Now, think of this not only as a person being a trickster, but think of this as situations or circumstances that are happening as also being trickster energies, right? So it says again, the trickster's only power is your trust. You are always free to withdraw it. You are always free to withdraw it. So with this being trusting tricksters, you know, trust, a key word here. And trust is a key word for Scorpio. In fact, Scorpio has a really difficult time with trust. They have a hard time trusting. Why is that? Because usually they can feel, feel psychically the energy beneath or underneath the words being said or the actions being taken of other people. And I guess that's, I suppose that could be true about a situation too. They're able to kind of see beneath the surface of something, feel it, understand it, It's like somebody that does research. When you're doing research on a subject, you're looking up things and finding truth, let's say on the internet, for instance, or in a book. Psychically, this is a person doing research, but instead of actually reading the words or finding the information, they're sensing it, they're feeling it. They know it because it's just so strong and intense. So again, you can withdraw your trust of a situation or circumstance. Let's say, let's say it's about a job and you're trusting that through all of this, last 2 years of ups and downs of the COVID reality that we've gone through, let's say you're trusting that your job is going to stay there for you, that everything's going to be fine. Well, if you feel something different, if you feel something guiding you towards taking some sort of action to maybe look for another job, a different job, a plan B, so to speak, you need to trust that. You can withdraw your trust of the situation of your job's always going to be there, or withdraw your trust of the person that's telling you it's this way or that way when you clearly feel that something's not right, something's off, something's amiss. So, just know that you have to trust yourself, your inner perceptions, your inner guide, your inner guidance. So again, the trickster's only power is your trusting in them or in the situation. And not that we want to, guide people or tell people to not trust. I mean, that would be difficult, right? Saying don't trust anybody, don't trust anything. Well, we don't quite want to go to that extreme, but we do want, this is related to your sense of power, right? So we're talking about empowerment. So if you trust somebody but they're disempowering you, you're giving away your power to them. If you trust somebody, they're disempowering you, and you remove your trust in them, then you're empowering yourself. I guess that's a very quick and easy way to kind of relate what this card is all about. Okay? All right, let's take a look at the special message for the Smoky Quartz people. Smoky Quartz, special message for Smoky Quartz. This one's calling my attention. And this one says broken dreams. Broken dreams. This person, this woman, she looks like she's crying, looks like she's got a cracked egg in front of her, a broken mirror behind her. The broken mirror could, be like the illusion of what she thought she saw is now shattered. Let's see what it says at the bottom. It says, only you can accept or reject your dreams. Only you can accept or reject your dreams. Okay. So, it has that feeling of putting trust in other people again. You need to trust in yourself. You need to create your own dreams and follow your own dreams. Sometimes we get lost and start to follow other people's dreams, which it's not bad to support other people in their dreams or even help them accomplish their dreams. But if we get lost as far as our own dreams and we put all of our dreams and our wants and our desires on the back burner and fully engage ourselves in other people and what their reality is and their direction is, then our dreams are going to become shattered and broken, right? So some of you may have done that. Some of you may have put aside or put on the back burner what it is that you want to accomplish or what you're working towards, or even your soul evolution and growth on some level. And all to find out that maybe the situation wasn't what you thought it was, or the relationship didn't pan out the way you had hoped it would. And then again, you're left with these shattered dreams because you put everything on hold for something or someone else. Now, that doesn't mean you can't pick up now where you left off. Your dreams are never lost, right? The power is within you, just like it says. You can accept your dreams, right? Accept your dreams again, follow your dreams again. And whether you're still in the situation and or relationship that this may be speaking of or not, you can still pick up where you left off and start to follow your dreams again. Connect to your dreams. Follow your truth. Stand your ground. Be empowered. Again, this has this feeling of empowering yourself by following your truth and your dreams. Okay? Don't let this broken egg, this broken relationship, or this broken situation, or even if you feel yourself, that's a part of you, is broken, it doesn't have to be that way. I mean, obviously, when it comes to other people, they have their own free will. You can't fix someone else, but you can fix yourself and your own perceptions and your own belief systems and your own feelings and the ability to empower yourself and follow your own dreams. And so this is where, you need to kind of pick up the pieces, basically, and connect or reconnect, as I should say, to your dreams again. All right, and then for those of you that chose the arrowhead obsidian arrowhead. Okay, let's give this a little shuffle here. Obsidian, arrowhead, special message. This one, no, okay. This one. Okay, I'm gonna shuffle. There's just too many options here. Come on, Spirit. Okay, don't let me do the Libra indecisive thing, right? Let me kind of get into my higher self here. Obsidian arrowhead. Special message. Okay. All right, let's pull this one. That one was going up, and this one says the unknown. The unknown. It says the message at the bottom. What does it say? Knowing the unknown. It's hard to read this information because it's so tiny. Knowing the unknown. That's interesting. So knowing the unknown. Okay, this is kind of that Uranus energy, right? Uranus is like this awakening to something, that is like that epiphany or aha moment, right? So I feel like Uranus is bringing something in here for you. It's like at some point it has to become the known, right? The unknown can't always stay the unknown. I feel like this is saying to trust in the unknown. Again, we're in Scorpio season, which is about trust. So this person is standing in front of this large doorway with an angel. To me, it looks like an angel standing within the doorway, on the other side of the doorway. And if you look at the top of the card, it looks like there's a full moon up there. So we just had our new moon in Scorpio last week. Our full moon in Taurus, the full moon in Taurus, where the opposite sign is Scorpio, should be coming up next week. So it seems like there's something that's going to be making itself known to you by the full moon next week. So whether it be a new situation, a relationship, you know, has the feeling of spiritual guidance because of the angel. It's almost like endings and completion and walking through the doors to new beginnings in the unknown. It has that feeling to it. So this time period between last week of the new moon and next week of the full moon, I feel like there's something transitioning for you. It's just a matter of, do you trust and will you walk through the door? Because this woman has not walked through the door yet. She's looking at the door. She's looking at the angel on the other side. She's contemplating, but she hasn't quite empowered herself to the point of trusting enough, trusting in herself and trusting in the unknown to walk through the door to something new. But it looks powerful. It looks like it's something good. It looks like it's something divinely guided. So trust in that angel. Trust in your guides. Trust in your higher self. Trust in the unknown. Trust in that breakthrough moment or the epiphany. Trust in the process of where you might be going next, and know that all endings are a new beginning, right? We have to have a completion, an ending, a releasing, a letting go, a healing before we can have the planting of new seeds, an initiation, a new beginning, a new path, a new life, a new way of life. So trust in that. It feels like it's something good. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching the weekly video. Please share the video, subscribe to the channel, comment on the video. I will get to those comments eventually and make sure that you know that I've looked at them. Thank you for checking out my website. I know from the monthly November intuitive reading, a couple of you liked those special intention pendants and went on to the shop page and purchased a couple of them. So thank you all for your support in who I am and what I do. And I send you lots of love and light and blessings of transformation and empowerment as you move forward on your path.